G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dirt Kitchen. We've got a belter lined up for you today with this 2008 RM250, brought to us by a true legend of WA motocross, Dean Porter. Dizzy, welcome to the farm, mate. Good to have you here.
Thanks very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about this rig. It's your own bike. You've dragged it out of the lounge room for us to ride today. What's so special about it?
It means a lot to me, I guess. I bought it in 2011 at the end of the year as a practice bike when I got back from America. Had no money, got my missus to buy it. And it was just a practice bike, but then I thought, I'll race the first state round, see how we go. Ended up winning. So then I continued on with the series and managed to get the WA state title on it. And then we went over to Coolum for the two-stroke National Cup and managed to win that too. So I'd already planned on keeping it with it being the last Suzuki two-stroke that they made. So yeah, and then winning on it just made it even more special. So now it just sits in the lounge. Red
plate national #1 on the old two-stroke. All we've done to this rig today is put the Control Pirelli tyres on, Scorpion MX32 front and rear. And mate, you're going to get 4 or 5 laps to feel out the track. Once you're comfortable and you know where you're going, we're going to chuck the GoPro on and give it your best shot.
Yeah, righto. Well, you look pretty good out there, so I don't know if I'm going to beat your time, but we'll see.
I think you'll piece something good together. I'm old and slow, mate. You'll be right. Dean's been retired from, pro level motocross forever now. For whatever reason, he's decided to go back to Byford and have a crack at a state motocross round, and he's pulled second for the day. He's a brickie, lays bricks for a living. He's a dad of 2 boys, doesn't train, just gets out there and smokes bar one the whole West Australian motocross field. That thing sounds so good. How do you feel swinging off the old girl after all these years?
Yeah, it feels good. It brings back memories.
Mate, you look good, really good. Strong and just so aggressive.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, I tried pushing, but I think a couple of times it caught me off because I'd come into a turn a bit too hard.
Yeah.
And then just pull up in time, and I was trying to get tricky and slide up the insides a couple of times, and it hooked up and a little bit off the track, but no, it was good fun. It definitely took a bit to get used to. I'm used to the KTM where you sit up on top of it. The seat's really flat.
Yeah.
This thing, you sit in it, so when you go to turn, it's almost like the bars feel really high. But
yeah.
No, power-wise, it's bloody quick. You grab those gears, and I think because they're so light, when you get on top of the sand, it really goes.
Absolutely, and that it's very similar to my CR, except I think the power's shifted a bit more to the top end. This definitely has a better scream up top.
Yeah, it doesn't like to be held at quarter or half throttle. You can sort of hear it's like spluttering. But then once you open it up, I think that's how you got to ride them.
When it's on, it's happy. And the suspension comes into its own. Like with the power on, they're pretty safe. They'll take some big hits and just power through some ugly surfaces, eh? You can just sort of trust it.
Yeah.
No, look, really appreciative that you brought this thing out of your lounge room for one last ride, mate.
Yeah.
And to get it on the board in the dirt kitchen.
No, thanks for having me. It's good fun.
Look, normally we would pair it up against the CR. I think it'd be more fun for everyone if we brought in a challenger. Someone like an old rival. Maybe a Lewis Calvin.
Oh,
what
shit.
do you reckon? You brought your 450 with you, didn't you?
Yeah, luckily.
Well, you're going to need it because he's on one. Lewis, welcome to the farm, mate.
What's going on, mate? Busy. What are you doing here?
Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, you too, mate.
I'm sorry I didn't let you guys in on what was actually happening, but I didn't want you to have any extra stresses. Just come here and do your thing, but guess what? Concocted an old school battle.
Louis here on the 21.
Yeah, new toy, Louis. Then seniors, Dean, you've had 8 state championships crossed in with Lewis. How many did you get in there?
Couldn't even tell you.
Oh.
I think maybe only 3 or something like that.
Well, you would have been battling with this guy for those.
Yeah. And there was a bunch of times I think Dizzy was injured and I was injured, and then we were over east, and he was, I was, and we were both over there. And we've had many a track shares together.
Yeah, good to see you back. Both still riding, both still into it. And you know what? I figure it's a fairly fair battle. You're both the father of 2 kids. You both work full time. You've each done a race or 2 this year, and you're both on 450s. No excuses. I think we've got a pretty good head-to-head combo here. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sure. Let the dads at it.
Bit of blood on the knuckles, does he?
Yeah, mate. We're struggling here.
How the flies going?
Yeah, not bad.
Are they breeding in your nostrils yet?
Yeah, I think in my eyeballs. This is the pressure, eh? Camera on you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't pinch the tube now. Watching
Dizzy
Dizzy
tire himself out.
before the big battle.
Yeah. Are we ready to go? I'll wait on the line for you, mate.
Hey.
I think that's the most epic battle this track has ever seen. That was unreal. Pretty close across the line, you just got him back in time, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, swung off the back of it.
That's it.
Up. Yeah, Lou's got that unique style about him because he's short, but he's got a real good technique.
Strong and holds his lines, eh?
Brings back memories because there was plenty of years where I was having to chase him down. So.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
There's a crossover where both of you guys were at the same MX Nationals over East, chasing that, you know, you reached the highest level in WA. The progression is to go East and mix it, you know, with the best in the country. I've seen you a couple of times out there right early up the front, number 30 and the privateer setup, mixing it with the J Marmont, Shane Boyd at the time that I, you know, from when I saw you.
Yeah.
And those guys at the top of their game, CDR Yamaha. Did you not want it enough to stay there and progress to that level, or was it just something you wanted to experience?
I wanted to obviously get on a factory team, but I mean, when I first started, you know, you have your goals, and my goal was to try and win a state title at first, but then you win that, and it's like,
this is the next step.
Yeah, to try and go to the Nationals and give that a crack, but doing it from WA was hard. I think you have to live over there to really do it properly, which I did in 2009. I stayed with Craig Anderson.
Yep.
And
very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. Big Ant helped us out. Yeah, and would have been good. Just was on the wrong bike at the time, but yeah, just a lot of travel, man. Driving that Nullarbor too many times. But
yeah, wow. Yeah. And Lewis, for you, I sort of can't help but feel like watching you from such a young age at just win, pretty much pro level, whether a dad's supplying the bike or KTM supplying or whatever, you were just always at this sort of winning competitive level right through your junior teen years. By the time you hit seniors, it's like, how much more did you have left to give, you know, to the sport? The passion, was it still there, or was it a bit burnt?
Like, the fire was still there and that, but we maybe get eat up mentally coming from over here. Like, we get labelled as the sand riders, and you know, you go over there maybe sometimes beat already, but it was always like, I had the few satellite rides and that, and I don't know, just same thing. Like, you need to pull the trigger and move over there.
Yeah. For me, one of the most, you know, irrespective of what you've achieved in motocross, the biggest standout as a motorcycle rider was your first, you know, attempt at Hattah. Rocked up first year without really knowing what the whole race was about. Yep, had the support of the KTM off-road team, you had the guidance of Grabo, and you pulled third behind, was it Toby and Josh Green?
Yeah.
First year?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Massive feather in your cap, mate, for you know, like I said, you've done what you've done in motocross, but to pull that off at Hattah, and there's some top riders that throwing everything at it and struggle to get top 5 year in, year out. You probably don't see it the way a lot of off-road riders do, but you nailed a big one there.
Going in, I'd heard all the stories about the guys that, you know, world-class guys that had gone there and got the 2 hour mark, like halfway or whatever, and the body's shutting down and they're giving up. And I experienced that as well. And for all money, was waiting for people to come past me.
Yeah.
I was fully shot, not drinking enough water. I've never run a camelback, so wasn't drinking enough.
Didn't know you could be that rooted on a motorcycle.
Yeah, everything cramping. I had a lap there where I couldn't sit down, my groin and my hamstrings cramping. So I come through and they were like, "You're in third, you're only like a minute and a half behind."
Just keep going. You're kidding,
That was it. That was like recharged and
second wind somehow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was still
rooted,
but that pushed me through those last couple of laps to the finish, and what an achievement.
No, epic, mate. Dean, I think you packed up and went and lived in the US and did a season of the AMA motocross.
Yeah.
With the big guns. Mate, that's what a life experience and achievement, really. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, just a massive experience. Best probably year of my life.
Yeah.
I probably went to club runs better prepared than what I was rocking up to AMA Nationals, just because the way we were living, I was in a motorhome. It started off, a mate of mine, Sam Hill, his dad was retiring and wanted to go travel America. And I was like, well, I'll throw a bike in and we'll go to all the races.
Wow. So you had this sort of unofficial sort of support network through Sam Hill's old man and just made it happen.
Yeah,
any way
and
you
I
could.
just got to work and getting the licenses and, entering it was all mission flights.
This is smack bang in the Ryan Dungey Villapoto era, was it?
Yeah.
Ever
Chad Reed, the year he did the Chatterpult.
Oh, it was that year?
Yeah.
The Chatterpult.
It's like my claim to fame when people start talking about it.
You were in that race?
I was in that race, yeah.
Oh, that's classic. Any bar banging moments with these boys? There must have been.
I tried to get a start with them. There was the last round at Parla. I remember I was like maybe 10th or something off the start, but Dungey and Villapoto both got shit starts that race for some reason. Yeah. And coming through, I was like 7 or 8 seconds a lap off the pace, but when you're in a bunch like that, it's like
you're in that bunch.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they both sort of passed me at once, and then Villapoto made a mistake, and I jumped back past him. I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's great.
Wish I had a GoPro.
What memories, mate? Like these guys, you mixed it, and who cares about podiums or whatever? You got to be realistic. We all rush around to watch those, qualifiers, look for that Aussie flag. Come on! But just, you're not at home in Australia on the couch. You're there on race day, racing a bike with those guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty special.
Yeah, a couple of the rounds I didn't qualify, and I was a bit pissed. But then I spoke to my dad, and he's like, where else in the world would you rather be if you're not racing it?
Trackside.
At least you're there watching. So I was like, yeah, fair
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right. Dizzy's on. Yeah. Full attack mode.
That was good. I struggled with that corner all day.
Yeah, on the 2 straight you can just hold it flat.
Rightio, Dizzy, what's he got? Whoa, 257, under 3 minutes, mate.
Good work.
Broke the 3 minutes.
That puts you in front of Addo too.
Beautiful.
Yep.
That's what we came here to do, just beat him.
he's not going to be happy. And he had a 500. All right, Lewis, what do you got? Listen to that growling beast. Turn it up a bit. You're running some good lines, mate.
Nice and smooth, eh?
I was trying to push earlier and it just either blowing out or slipping around.
Yeah. It looks so fast up here, though, especially when you're wheeling across that gutter.
Yeah, I just found that it drove better over there when you did that.
Whoa. Here we go. 255.
Close.
Hey, that's pretty solid. 1 second off Lee Hogan.
Oh.
Mate, flying the flag for WA there. It's pretty good, you two.
Got it, yeah.
Not bad. I think that's, well, Dizzy, you've just claimed the fastest 2-stroke time on the old Suzuki.
Oh, yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a feather in the hat for the old girl. And 255, Lewis, pretty good. Bluey, Dizzy, good to have you boys down today. Thanks for putting in an epic battle. It was great to see you two at it again. Awesome, really.
No, it was a good day. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Remember, guys, if you like this stuff, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Riemann1, and in the comments mention what bikes you'd like to see us feature in the Dirt Kitchen and which riders you'd like to have on board. Cheers.